Here we go again, another embarrassing release. And at this point, Xbox really need to stop making first-party games. They've been nothing but terrible for a very, very long time. But this time, we are looking at a do not buy, and this is for Redfall. I did a video prior to the launch, and I said that it's got its problems already before even playing the game, because there's no co-op progression for anyone but the host. There's only 30 FPS available on the Xbox Series X, so on and so forth. But getting hands-on playing the game, I think I would rather go and throw £100 down the drain than to ever spend a penny on this title. In fact, it was that bad, I played through Game Pass and I still want a refund. So we'll start off, I played on the PC, so this footage is 60 frames per second. I mean, that's when the frame rate wasn't dipping down to about 10. And I plan to do 2 more videos for this game. I plan to do some co-op with Pete and Lewis to see how that performs. And I do plan to try it on the Xbox Series X and see how that goes. But I downloaded the 94GB PC game, and around 2 hours before it released, I downloaded the 1.5 gig update to then try and load the game upon release to be presented with a 94GB update that was weirdly installing 5 to 6 times faster than my usual downloads. And I was also installing the game on Xbox as well, at the same time, because I do want to try it across both platforms. And the 94GB download did not slow down my speed for the Xbox download whatsoever. So I don't know why the download was there, why I had to go through the 94GB download again. And that already made me anxious to jump into the game because there was absolutely no reason for that update, let alone to have the update the entire installation size. But then you get into the game, you change the settings around because the default resolution is nothing even close to what your monitors provide. You get into the game and the opening cinematic is a slideshow. And then you skip that or you watch through the entire thing, you get into the gameplay and it looks like a cartoon. Now this wouldn't be a problem because some games set out to look like cartoons, but this game was promoted as though it's not going to look like that. And this is a game that on Steam is going to set you back £60 for the base edition or £84 for the bigger edition. And on Xbox, I believe it's even more, like £90 for the big edition of this game or some stupid shit. This is a AAA product and it looks and plays terrible. This game, honestly, makes it look as though Star Wars is going to win Game of the Year for PC performance on the day of launch. It's that bad. And I'm not exaggerating when I say how bad it is. So I'm going to play a little clip now, like basically in the opening of the game, and you can just look at the graphics. You can see how bad this game really looks. And I've tried this on the ultra settings. I've tried it on epic or high or whatever they're called. I tried it on medium. It doesn't make much of a difference whatsoever. I think the only big difference is you get a little bit more foliage and it just looks a little bit more crisp. That's about it. There's nothing to make this game actually look good. And then you'll notice as you make a little bit of progress, you're on your way to a fire station to meet up with some NPCs, and you'll notice the trees. The leaves don't have animations or anything like that. The trees don't move. You simply see flickering. And that is all you see when you run past trees in this game. And then you eventually get into the fire station. You take down your first vampire. Mine actually glitched through the wall, then run back through it as though it wasn't even there. And then again, when you complete the mission, you're put into a slideshow cinematic, which I'm guessing would actually be a full-on cutscene in a good video game. And then you start taking on your main missions. And there are no objective markers. You need to open up your map and ping where you are going. But the thing is, the performance inside the fire station is decent. It keeps us like a solid, stable frame rate, and it doesn't seem to get bad. But as soon as you leave the fire station and you get into the open world, everything falls apart. I think there was something wrong with the people that come up with the name for the game. It should not have been called Redfall. It should have been called Downfall. Because this really seems to be continuing the downfall of Xbox first-party games. And also AAA gaming, PC ports, 2023 releases, whatever else you want to say. This game is fucking awful. There is absolutely no life to this game whatsoever. The streets are entirely empty. It's open world, and you're just running through nothing. There is absolutely no atmosphere or anything like that. If you then carry on playing, you go to your first objective in the main mission, you find a safe house that you need to turn the power on to unlock. You're going to need a rewiring kit or a lockpick to get the first one, and you'll find that they cost way more money than you'll have if you try and buy one, and I never found one searching through about 50 different containers, so I'm not sure if you can even pick them up in the open world or anything like that. You're probably just going to have to go around finding a load of guns and salvaging them for money that way. So the game on the way to the first mission is going to run you past a safe house that you cannot unlock. And then I reached level 3, I salvaged a bunch of guns, and I bought myself a blue assault rifle, which deals 45 damage per shot, which is basically a 2-tap, and it deals 180 damage up close to the head. And on the middle difficulty on the game, I don't think the enemy should be going down that fast, so I dread to think of how easy the hardest difficulty is going to be. If you're getting a load of weapons thrown at you, you salvage them, you get a load of money, you buy a gun that seems really overpowered, and you deal a load of damage. The gameplay for this game absolutely sucks. You are running in an empty open world, you are using these abilities, and you're shooting guns, and honestly, my head hurts from this. This game is so shit, from the graphic style of the game to the gameplay itself to the technical side of things. It's horrible. I had this game in 45 minutes. I played this game for 45 minutes on my PC. The majority of the time I kept it on medium settings to hope and pray that I didn't have as many performance issues. And I had this game entirely lock up for a few seconds at a time. I think it was 3 or 4 times in the 45 minutes. And yes, the game does recover, it's not a full-on crash, but that is unacceptable. I had a look on Steam and this game is sitting at 24%, mostly negative reviews after 97, and it's only just recently launched. I don't think from the time I played, from the videos I've watched with other people talking about it, I don't think there's one good thing about this game whatsoever. If you are looking to play this game, play it on Game Pass, try it. Do not spend a penny on this game. This game is going to be one of those games that's reduced by about 80% within the first 3 months. It's that stupid. There is nothing to this game whatsoever. It just felt as though I was playing a running simulator, looting weapons, shooting a couple of enemies, and then fast traveling back to the fire station to start the next mission. There's no dialogue, besides the NPCs once you first sort of rescue them and open up your main hub at the fire station. There's nothing. Everything you find to do with story, lore, whatever you want to call it, is all done through these pieces of paper that you interact with. So you've got to sit there and read. You might as well just go and open a book. Go to the library, take out a book, go sit down and read it. You're getting the same experience. This game, to its core, is terrible. I can't believe that Bethesda Xbox have published this title. And not only that, the people that developed it are the ones that developed Deathloop. That game had stupidly high reviews. Everybody loved that game. And they've gone from creating that to creating this monstrosity. And another thing is, I saw in a review, I think it was Mr. Matty Plays, I don't know if I got the channel name right, but he said that 2 characters, one character's got a teleporting device and another one's got this box thing you chuck out and it basically lifts players up into the air or whatever, but there's an upgrade for it that turns it into a teleporter, so you can essentially do the same thing with 2 characters, which means there's not a lot to differentiate character to character, or character from character, or whatever. And when you buy the big edition of the game, they promise 2 characters that have unique gameplay styles and all this sort of stuff. But how are they going to promise that shit and charge you more money when they can't even do it with the base game characters? This game just makes no sense. I don't know how this was ever created. It's one of the worst games I've played, I think, ever in my entire lifetime. I've been on this planet nearly 30 years, and this is one of the worst games I've ever played. This game, even to say has really pissed me off is an understatement. I'm absolutely fuming that I wasted so much time installing it and going through the update, which was the entire installation size all over again. And the fact that I'm going to drag my friends into it to play for an hour. It's just, it makes me so angry. Do not play Redfall. Do not buy it. Don't give them a single penny. make them understand that they can't get away with this. This game was fucking delayed. It was delayed so they could spend extra time working on it, and this is the end result. And I think for once in gaming history, or my channel history, I don't think there's going to be people defending this one. I really, really don't. It is honestly that bad. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not making it up. It is that bad of a game. And it's one that's going to set you back. If you're not playing through Game Pass, it's going to set you back 60 quid. I've been talking to Sean about it because Sean's been watching reviews and stuff as well. And I said to Sean, honestly, I think I'd rather wipe my ass with sandpaper and get more entertainment out of that than play this game. But yeah, I'm going to leave the video there. There's not much else to say about it. Do not buy Redfall. Do not play Redfall. It's such a bad game. But let me know your thoughts and stuff about it in the comments. And check out this video if you want to see other content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.